Hi friends, welcome to Easy and Homestyle Cooking. I'm Mrs. Ragini. Today I'm going to share a Karela recipe. I love Karela. Whenever I make Karela dish, I always keep telling that I love Karela. I don't know why I like it, but I like it so much. It may be fry, it may be pulusu, it may be add it in any other combination also. I love it. I made so many variations of Karela. So today one more variation, we are going to make it with Karela by adding some drumsticks to it and make an excellent drumsticks and Karela pulusu. So let's start how to make this simple dish. Very simple ingredients, the regular chili powder, cumin powder, all these are the common things. Only thing we should know which combination goes excellent with which vegetable. So this goes an excellent combination, dear friends. The Karela, that is the bitter melon, and the drumsticks goes an excellent combination. So let's start how to make this simple curry. First we are going to add some oil. This is a pulusu, slightly more, and once the oil is hot, if you want, you can add some tempering ingredients, but I don't like to add the tempering ingredients. And here I have the Karela. If you see, I have cut the Karela into nice lengths and slightly thick pieces, not too thin, not too thick, medium thin. And I added some salt and turmeric and I rested it for 30 minutes so that whatever the bitterness is there, it will go. So I just rested it for 30 minutes. And this I am going to keep aside, and here I have the drumsticks. Also I cut it into nice lengths like this. Slightly you can peel the skin little bit, and let's start the cooking process. Here is the onions. Add the onions and also some curry leaves. If you want, as I said, you can put some cumin seeds and mustard seeds. We are going to add very little of salt, dear friends, not too much, very little. We don't want the onions to be too brown. We want this to be slightly transparent. We are going to add some ginger garlic paste, some turmeric, and then we are going to add these drumsticks. Drumsticks takes little bit more time to cook, so that's why I added the drumsticks first. And if you see, my drumsticks are nice and thin. It's nice and tender drumsticks, so it won't take much time to cook. If you want, you can take little bit fat drumsticks also and you can use it. And we are not going to add any moisture. Initially we are going to cover this with a lid and we are going to cook it in a slow flame in this oil itself. And I am going to add the Karela also, because Karela also I cut it into nice lengths and slightly equal sizes like our drumsticks. So this will cook together. Squeeze out the moisture from the bitter melon. This way, as I said, slightly the bitterness will go. Add it into your drumsticks. If you want, you can add some moisture, that is water, and you can squeeze it like this. So friends, I added all the bitter melon. Just give a mix, and now you can add the spices also. Add chili powder. As per spiciness, you can add the chili powder, very little of cumin powder, coriander powder, and we are going to mix this perfectly. And for 3 to 4 minutes, I am going to reduce the flame, cook these vegetables in the oil. Later on, I am going to add some more moisture, very little moisture, and I am going to cook till our drumsticks and the bitter melon cooks till 70%. Then we are going to add the tamarind juice. So we are going to wait for just 4 to 5 minutes. So friends, after 4 minutes in a slow cooking, you can just remove the lid. You can see this is nicely getting cooked. After 4 minutes, you can just add very little of water. Always I cook like that, in the oil itself. First I try to cook at least 60%, and then I try to add water if I am making such type of dishes. If it is fried, totally I cook it in the oil itself by covering with a lid, and in a very slow flame I try to cook it, and it will take just 8 minutes to get ready. And now after adding the water, mix it once. If you see, it is 60% cooked, and you can just take one piece and try to break it. You can see this is getting break, but slight crunchy effect is still there. So what I am going to do is, I am going to cover this with a lid. What I am going to do is, I am going to cook this for another 2 minutes, and then we are going to add the tamarind juice, and we are going to cook this for another 5 to 8 minutes in the tamarind juice, so that the tamarind juice will give excellent flavors to our Karela and the drumstick, and the Karela, the flavors goes into our tamarind juice. Slight bitterness will get, sourness and slight sweetness. So friends, after 2 minutes of slow cooking, you can see the moisture has been absorbed, and now we are going to add the very little of jaggery to this, slight sweetish touch, and also the tamarind juice. As per sourness, you can add the tamarind juice, dear friends. Increase the flame, and very little pinch of methi powder. You can add even methi seeds also, but in the oil you need to add it. Mix it. Check the taste at this point of time. If you need anything, you can just add. I think I can add salt, and also some of spiciness. I love little bit extra spicy. Some more chili powder, and mix this. I can add some more water because it's slightly sour. And now we are going to cook this for another 8 minutes till your pulusu will reduce and gets thick. So friends, the drumstick and the bitter melon has perfectly cooked in a slow flame. I cooked for another 5 minutes, and don't overcook it, dear friends, otherwise your bitter melon will get mashed, and even your drumsticks get mashed. So don't overcook it. We want the drumsticks to be hold its shape, and I already tasted it. It's slightly bitter, nice sour, slightly sweet touch from the jaggery, and good amount of spices. And if you see, this is so nice and thick. It should be like this. It should not be too gravy. If you want too gravy, you can add some more of tamarind juice, and you can make it into gravy also. But this is a way I wanted it, so I made it this way. And let's plate it. I switched off the flame very slowly. Put these into the plate, and dear friends, don't have this immediately. Let it sit for at least 24 hours, and then have this dish. It will taste awesome. The flavors from drumstick and the bitter melon, they interchange, because drumsticks has a nice slight sweetish flavor, and the bitter melon has a bitter flavor. So they interchange the flavors, and you will get an awesome dish. Some of the drumsticks has slightly overcooked, but no problem. And last, garnish with some coriander, and your dish is ready to have. I'm going to take it from the pan, a piece of, it's nice, sour, bitter, perfectly cooked. I can still, bite that. I'm going to enjoy this today with some white rice. If you like it, make it and share it also with your friends, relatives, everybody. See you in another session with some more recipes.